Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Slash Pick. This is the show where we talk about slasher movies. I'm your host, DJ Wooldridge. With me, as always, is Adam. Hey, man.
What's up? How's it going?
You know what, man? It's going good. You and I were just talking about Daredevil Born Again a little bit. That's just for us, gang. That's not for you. You guys have to go watch his reactions over on Heroes Reforged to check that stuff out. You got to see all the episodes. I'm jealous. Anyway, today we're going to talk about Friday the 13th. Is it part 2 or just 2? Is it Friday the 13th?
Part 2.
I should have pulled
technically part 2.
Part 2. Which
Part
makes
two.
sense. We were mentioning, and this is actually a good segue. I've never seen this movie before. I was telling Adam, I think the only Friday the 13th movie I'd seen all the way through prior to doing this show with him was the reboot. Which of course kind of speed runs all 3 first parts. So that's nice. But I am excited to check this out for the first time in full, sit down, watch it. Adam, what is your relationship with Friday the 13th Part 2?
That's a really good question. I feel like parts 1, 2, and 3 were the ones I saw the most on TV growing up. I think they played those the most. But for whatever reason, I never, when it came to the first movie, and I may have mentioned this in the last episode, I had never seen or gotten the context of like who the killer was in the first movie. So I had always assumed that it was Jason from the beginning.
Yeah.
And in this movie, you know, it's he's not fully formed. He's still figuring it out. But yeah, so I have seen it before on multiple occasions, but it wasn't until actually this Shout Factory remaster that came out maybe like 3 years ago now that I actually sat down and I watched all of them.
Yeah.
And it's still good, but the first one definitely I think is much better. Some stuff will feel a little rinse and repeat, but it's still a solid entry, and it's the way they introduce Jason Voorhees is fun and interesting, and he's got a different look than we're sort of used to, but it's just like the next step in the evolution of the character. So it's a good one.
Well, I'm excited to check it out. So for people that didn't watch our first reaction, what are you doing?
Come on.
And spoilers, I guess, for the first Friday the 13th movie from like almost 50 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
The killer is not Jason, it is his mom. And so this is, as far as that movie, I guess we get it's a dream, right? They pretty much say it's a dream when she's on the river or in the lake, excuse me, like Crystal Lake, not Crystal River. What am I talking about? And
Crystal Lake.
The Crystal Lake. And she's attacked by the specter of Jason, but that is not, it's not real. It's a dream. It's all a dream. But now in this one, we are going spoilers for the movie we're about to watch. It is going to be Jason, but like Adam just said, not completely there yet. We're still working on it.
And I mean, if you have seen that 2009 remake, like you were saying, it is kind of the perfect way of taking these first 3 Friday the 13th films, and taking the most important bits of it and putting it into one, and then having sort of the plot of the kids getting murdered.
But it is interesting. It is interesting that Michael Myers kind of comes out of the gate fully formed. The first one's still easily his best movie in my opinion. Freddy comes a little bit later in this slasher era, but once again fully formed, comes out of the gate. So it is interesting that Jason, who is easily one of, if not the most iconic slasher, is he the most iconic? He's up there. Like if you look at our thing, there's the little icon. Our little icon for Slash Pick is the Jason mask.
I mean, I would say he's in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
You could argue and debate top 3 with Michael Myers and Ghostface being the other one. Because Freddy Krueger is up there, but I feel like Scream maybe has a bigger audience.
That's interesting. I'm excited to get to the Scream movies because Scream good, I think. I think the only stinker with the Scream movie, it's not even a stinker, it's just my least favorite, is 3. Scream 3 is a little, but the other Screams, I think across the board are pretty solid. So okay. But that iconography, of the hockey mask and everything. That doesn't come till the third movie, which is why it's just like the assumption, your assumption, which I think is everybody's assumption if you didn't grow up with these movies, as in like you weren't alive when they were coming out, is like, well, just this guy with the hockey mask. Those are the Friday the 13th movies. Like not until movie 3, actually.
Yeah. And I think that's part of what threw me off too, watching the first one, way back when and realizing what the story actually was. I was like, oh, there's no hockey mask and there's actually no guy. It's no dude. It's not a guy at all.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's start our journey back to Crystal Lake. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Let us know in the comments if this is also your first time. You never forget your first time. The creepy songs, they love this stuff.
Yeah.
What was it in Halloween 2 we just watched? What was the song that kept playing?
God. In Halloween 2, it was they had Mr. Sandman.
It was Mr. Sandman.
Uh-oh.
Already? Man, this is giving me mad Halloween vibes. We're not even at Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
What's happening? Oh, they even got the house. That might as well even be the Halloween house.
Michael comes home.
But blatant. Shameless. You know how you fall asleep with your makeup on and full clothes?
I do, but I usually end up with like quarters or something stuck to my back.
Oh, okay. All right. We're going back to movie 1.
Yep.
The counselors weren't paying any attention. They were making love while that young boy drowned. His name was Jason.
The longest recap
for real, dude. Like you remember when you're in high school and you're writing an essay and you've got these big blocky quotes just to fill pages. Have you guys on Heroes rewatched X-Men the animated series?
Oh, all 76 episodes.
Yeah, I love the previously on. It's like, ooh, chewing up some minutes.
Well, also, you know what's crazy is like this comes out in 1981, only a year after the first one. I'm like,
yeah,
I feel like most people are pretty fresh.
Yeah.
With what happened. And, even in Halloween 2, which came out, like a couple of years after the original, their recap is real short. It's the last, 30 seconds of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, we're getting a whole, final confrontation. I wonder if this is, a way to, get some scares in early.
Yeah. Yeah! Nice. Oh, what a happy ending. Very lovely. Water's calm. Oh my God! Yeah, imagine Paramount was like, sorry guys, we can't put an 80-minute movie into theaters. Yeah. We're going to think that's too short. We got to buffer the time a little bit here. Make it at least, try to get as close to 90 as you can.
Great. We'll just cut the last 10 minutes off of the Friday one and put it into the...
Yeah, 6.5 minutes into this film, and we're just getting into the story.
I'm wondering too if this is going to be one of those because again, I haven't seen this one, gang, where it's like we're going to kill the lead character from the previous movie off in the first few minutes, which I don't know. It feels like it cheapens the accomplishment of surviving the first movie when you get killed off 10 minutes into the next one.
It was oneer.
Yeah, we're really dragging this out. Hey, not bad. Is this supposed to be building tension? What are we doing?
Am I supposed to be on the verge of crapping my pants, or what are we doing here?
Maybe some music, maybe some... I guess we just didn't have the technology yet. What? What is even... She spikes the What? Because I'm like, there's no way we're supposed to think this is a POV shot. We've been too close to her the entire time. What are we doing?
This still has not cut, right? It's still all one take?
Did it not cut? You might be right.
I don't think so.
That's not bad.
Also, what the fuck is what is with the stairs?
Yeah, and also why you just lock the door but there's a window open?
Yeah.
Also, I love the idea if that was one take, like we thought, just a guy off camera ready to throw the cat through the window.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, ay, chinga su madre!
Oh!
It's in the bone! It's in the bone!
Cat's like, I'm going to be eating good for the next week. I love it took the second, but he's going to take the water off the burner. Part 2. That's amazing. Like it's Die Hard. Exactly. I thought the reveal was going to be he was going to take the water off the thing and then like put the cat on the burner or something. Like no, he's just polite enough. Like I don't want to burn the house down.
Yeah, like you would think that you would get like the girls. He put both heads on the burner at the same time.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
There you go.
Where is Crystal Lake supposed to be?
I think New Jersey.
New Jersey. Because I'm wondering what's going on with this guy. Hey, I'm your friend over here. I can't hear his joke.
Yeah, that shot was so long that I'm like, yeah, your joke just faded into obscurity.
Yeah, man, it's weird. So there's some weird, like they're trying stuff, like having the truck towed in the background. You know what I mean? They're trying stuff. I don't know that all of it's working.
Also, and I haven't watched the movie in a couple of years, but I'm like, why is this like this young girl who looks like she could be like 15?
Yeah,
with these older dudes.
Yeah,
probably not, but she looks it.
Yeah, she looks young. She looks young.
Also, this dude's 1000% dying.
Wheelchair guy.
Yeah, no chance we're letting him survive the film. Not in 1981.
Midriff over here is a goner too. Is that?
Yeah.
Poison Ivy. All right, movie.
Okay. Well,
I see what you're doing. Oh, are we gonna get our first sex pest? We always have to have a sex pest in one of these movies.
Yep. Always looks slightly creepy too.
What is happening? What a weird little like. See my slingshot? Wink.
Go back to basics. Survival, first aid.
Oh, little Shih Tzu.
Archery,
rifle range. That's because remember in the last movie they find like a whole like a gun chest. Like why?
Yep. I'm late.
Yeah, I know. I have a watch.
I'm sorry. Okay, but my car's sick.
Well, you could have called.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, you could have this conversation after your meeting.
I promise you, I'll never ever be late again in my entire life.
You can't. There's no way you can promise that. It's a nice gesture, but you can't promise that. I can't hold you to that.
Change often. Food orders cling to clothing. If you're a woman,
change often.
And keep clean during your menstrual cycle.
Whoa! You know, otherwise you're gonna have a bear in between your legs trying to sniff you out. Like, what? What are you talking about, dude? Stop.
5 years. 5 long years he's been dormant.
Wait, so this movie came out a year after the original, but it's supposed to be 5 years after?
Yeah. So technically, you know, if you're counting, if you're counting the movie taking place in 1980, it's supposed to be 1985. It's Avengers Endgame. That's a fucked up thing to do. Look at that poor dude in the wheelchair. Was like, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
I had to roll away.
I mean, I do feel like the only way this would work is if there is a passage of time. Like, I can't imagine a year later, camp counselors are going back to be like, yeah, last year. It's like, that's dumb.
So there I was, sitting in this fast food joint.
Oh my God.
Wow, this guy's a lot. This guy's a lot.
With his popped collar, halfway to a unibrow. Put the dog down, dude.
Check.
Wrong, white man.
Okay.
What?
Yes, because this is such a diverse crowd you're hanging with. Okay, this is a two-faced question. Are there no adults? Is the guy that's leading it supposed to be the adult? And if he's the adult, then how old is that girl he's making out with?
Yeah, like the impression that I get is that most of these camp counselors are probably like 18, 19, and he might be 21.
Because, sorry, Mrs. Voorhees, all they're going to be doing is fucking each other. That's all. If there's not anyone, if it's just a bunch of teenagers, without any adult supervision, all they're going to be doing is humping each other. That's it.
Exactly.
We're lucky that all the kids didn't die.
Also, I think it's hilarious that every time they do one of these, it's always before the actual kids get to the camp.
Yeah, because there's special rules with filming with kids, man. We can't have and then it might not be fun. Kids are finding the dead bodies.
I know. I'm like, do a Friday the 13th where it's in the middle of summer camp.
Wait, dude, that's
40 kids, 8 counselors, and it's a bloodbath.
Yeah, or like because you could do like a little like almost early Stranger Things, like Goonies type thing where it's like middle schoolers versus Jason.
I want to see a 10-year-old pick up a machete and go after the killer.
Like the counselors are being picked off, but the kids are the ones having to figure out who's doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's something I think I should tell you.
No. What? I'm curious. What is it? Yeah, chainsaw. Why? Why are we letting children play around with these things, man? Because they're supposed to be. Again, we don't know how old this woman is, but like the rest of these are supposed to be teenagers. Don't fucking hand them chainsaws. Are you fucking kidding me?
Here, girl.
Are we gonna kill Hot Girl first?
Hey, yo, girl. Muffin? Hella dead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm coming.
Yeah, also, like, were you just looking at a man in, like, standing behind a tree and you're like, Muffin? I'm like, no, that's a grown man.
A lot of spiking the camera in this movie.
Just casually walking around with a chainsaw.
Dude, yeah, man. Like, when this happened, so I was in my mid-30s and almost chopped my finger off with a hedge trimmer. You know what I mean?
Oof.
And you're going to be giving a chainsaw to fucking teenage counselors? No fucking way. Get out of here.
Also, I think the thing that slasher movies start doing that I'm like, okay, little much, is the POV of the killer is so close to them that I'm like, okay, not only are they absolutely idiots, they have zero peripheral vision.
Well, and the other thing is you need to be...
Oof.
Oh, yeah. Well, there goes... What was the dog's name? Fluffy? What was it?
Muffin?
Muffin. Yeah, there goes Muffin.
What are you kids doing out here?
Woof. Woof on that line, Reed. Woof. Yeah, the thing with stuff like that, too, is you need to be... whatever. It's a slasher movie, but I am who I am. You want to be smart about when and how you use those visual language. If you want to establish... Because I'm still confused if any of the things that have felt like POV shots are actually meant to be POV shots, right?
Right.
Starting with the shower bit.
It very much is not the case.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, you need to be cognizant of, especially if you're going to use that to generate scares later, because you could do that. You could say, when I'm using a shot this way, it's meant to be a POV, so then you could have something that evokes it that isn't necessarily meant to be a POV shot to create that fear. You need to be consistent in how you use it so that if you break those rules, it means something. Oh, fuck, it's Bigfoot. Oh, is the cop going to get it? Wow, man, he's really just taking out the periphery people right now.
This guy looks so tired.
Yeah, there's no way. He would see that guy run the road. He'd be like, hey, whatever. And then he'd drive off. What is this guy even trying to accomplish at this point?
Yeah, I'm like, brother, you should have given up a long time ago.
Because again, isn't the point I would imagine is like, you don't want people on the grounds because it's unsafe.
Yeah.
So at this point, like, well, that guy's his own responsibility. If something bad happens to him.
Also, you've clearly been like outrun.
Yeah.
So like the serial killer, the guy at this point is doing you a favor.
Uh-oh. We found Jason's shack. Jason, I know you don't have a lot of visitors, but you could probably do just a pass on it. So maybe we'll get into this. Are we to understand that Mama Vorhees, Pamela Voorhees, was not aware that her son was still alive? Or is she like on this operation?
Yeah, that is a good question. I don't know the answer to that exactly, because I don't remember if it's actually like revealed at some point, like what the he's a shitter.
Yeah,
he's a pooper.
Wait. So this place had working plumbing at some point, or did he just put a toilet in there?
He's a diarrhea daddy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, that's a good question, because like the way that like I interpret it, and maybe it's explained and I'm just hazy on some of it, is that like
where was
that
he?
He drowned, but like maybe it was her death that kind of like resurrected him.
Straight from. Didn't this come out the same year as Halloween too?
Yeah, it did.
Both hammer claw to the back of the head. Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of like my interpretation of it, is like, oh, the mother was murdered and that resurrected Jason and brought him back to life. What a interesting like way to separate all these characters apart by like, all right, some of you are going to go to the diner casino and the rest of you are going to stay at camp.
Yeah, I'm going to assume diner casino crew is relatively safe considering the amount of people that are there. Why?
Oh, and there you go.
Why? Why? Well, I was looking for my dog, and I'm in this remote part of the lake. Might as well just get naked and go into lake water, I guess.
Ice cold lake water. Sure, why not?
Oh my God, this poor actress had to be freezing. All right, this might just be a creep.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's like you can tell. I'm like, all right, your sleeve is too clean.
Yeah, it's too clean to be Jason.
We've seen Jason's house. Yeah, that dude doesn't wipe his booty when he poops.
This could just be the sex pest guy.
I couldn't get your little shirt.
Yeah, the tiny shirt. That's not even going to do her any favors, man. That's not even going to keep her warm.
Girl, what you think you're doing?
Oh, snap.
shit.
It would have been actually kind of funny if you should just start punching him in the balls.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Are
yeah.
you sure?
I know this isn't going to surprise anybody, but the acting in this is not very strong.
Yeah. Also, I love that she threw the towel right at Jason.
Mm-hmm. What are we looking for? Why aren't we getting help? We gotta stop
What
having
is it?
people look at the
What is it
camera,
with this
man.
movie?
The director's like, you know what? Not enough people look right into camera during
Yeah.
movies. Why don't we do more of that?
Where is she?
Oh,
I don't know.
well,
dude,
there
but you're
goes.
cooked.
There go. Oh,
Wait, what?
yeah, I like how he did it with
Whatever.
like the blunt part of the machine. Oh, Swiss Army knife. Dude, you are not going to cut that rope with a Swiss Army knife. That's not happening. That was a funny cut. I'll give him that. That was a funny cut. Yeah, so this blonde's going to be our final girl, right? That's what we're...
He must have seen the whole thing happen. He must have seen his mother get killed. And all just because she loved him.
Yeah, then in the 2009 movie, we see Jason witnessing
Yeah.
all that.
And he must be out there right now crying for a return. For resurrection.
We're laying this on real thick.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Lore, baby. Lore.
Jason's just drawn to
Oh,
the
boy.
horniness, man. Now, here's the thing, man. Does Jason just find people at their most horny, or does Jason bring out the horniness in people? Is he like releasing a pheromone that's causing this
Yeah.
unrelenting horniness?
Motorcycle accident. Paralyzed my legs.
Motorcycles, man. Motorcycles
Is it
will fuck you
permanent?
up, dude.
Is everything else okay?
Subtle.
third leg?
Real subtle.
Doug?
What are you training for?
For what?
Oh, okay. No, but for what? Why? What?
Well, you don't know.
Man, this guy's real distractible. She's had to like pull him back in like 3 times now.
Can you imagine if he was like, I'm really just, oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm
going
just
to
not.
bed.
I'm just
Night,
not
night.
feeling it. Yeah, Jason's gonna have a hard time choosing which horniness is he gonna prioritize.
I would fucking love it if at the end of the movie, these two walk out of the cabin
Yeah.
completely unscathed and they're like,
Wait, what
"What's
happened?"
going on?"
Yeah, see, if you're gonna rely on like POV shots like that, you can't like goof it earlier on. Little PSA, kids. I don't want to ruin anybody's good time, but I'll tell you, I've known a few people that ride motorcycles, and every one of them has had life-altering injuries.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm not saying that's always the case, but not for me, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, with the blunt part
Yikes.
again. Oh my God!
Look at
Why?
that. It
Why?
wasn't
Why
just
are we?
enough.
Why?
It wasn't just enough.
Why? What?
Don't mind me, just gonna casually walk into your cabin, and that's my choice.
We love the goof 'em ups. Oh no, he's gonna get rid of it. Yeah. What? Oh, I guess we just had a spear around
Yeah, because from earlier.
from the gag, but I'm like, yeah, do we just whatever? We're just letting the kids play with all the sharp objects. We got hatchets, we got spears, we got chainsaws.
Yeah. Also, I love that Jason was too lazy to go to the bottom of the stairs to get his machete back.
Yeah. He saw that guy go down the stairs. He's like, damn it, that's too much
That's too
work.
much. I can't do that. I'm too tired.
Oh, double
The
penetration.
2-for-1 special. This poor girl, she
Yeah.
thought she was about to get the third leg, and now she's about to get the third knife. Hello.
Sandra.
Yo!
Oh, owie.
Listen, I like the burlap sack look. I think it's pretty rad.
I just don't know why just the one eye hole.
Right?
He's like, no, I don't need the other eye.
Did you run out of
Wow,
time?
oof, taking your time with this. Again, I haven't seen the third movie, but I actually think the burlap sack look makes more sense than the hockey mask. Like, what is it about? Jason has no connection to hockey. There's no hockey connection. You know, it feels thematically irrelevant.
Maybe we'll find out.
Maybe we'll find out. All right, so far he's gotten Harbinger guy. He's gotten
Yep.
the cop. Wheelchair kid, skinny dipper, pervert.
I think he's got like
Pervert.
6 people.
No, I think it's closer to 8.
The dog. Can't forget the dog.
Thank him for the dog.
Yeah, Ginny, what?
I told these girls to take care of their periods.
Paul, what's going on here?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What? Okay. Trick or treat.
That's not how you phrase that. You phrase that, Paul, there's somebody behind you. I mean, I'm busy. You maybe help Paul. Maybe give Paul a hand.
You want to maybe like help me out?
Yeah.
Maybe pick up a knife, get a knife. I don't know, do something. Look at her. She's like, I'm falling asleep. What's happening?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you not see? What am I supposed to understand happened there?
Oh my god.
They were treating it like she was in another room.
Yeah.
And she's
Like
like,
she was in another room and all of a sudden was blind.
yeah.
Maybe if I hold on to it with 3 fingers, I'll be able to get in.
Nice. Nice.
Now it's like a universal haunted house.
Yeah, it is. Are we down to our final gambit? Is everybody at the bar going to be okay?
Lesson learned, folks. Going to bars saves your life.
Stay at the bar. Oh, nice.
Fucking hell. And the one thing I respect about her is like she hauls ass when she needs to. And
Yeah.
I'm like, good. You should have been doing that.
That was a pretty good tracking shot compared to some of the other stuff we've been seeing. Did she have a rag top?
Yeah. Get out of the bar.
Yeah, exactly. The side he's on, get out the other one.
Pick up the pitchfork. I don't know. What to tell you.
You know, something interesting here is Jason is not that physically imposing in this.
No. Look at him. He's still laying on the ground in that shot. Would you be safe at Camp Crystal Lake if you just learned how to climb a tree and you just climbed to the very top and you're like, I'm just going to chill here?
Right in the nuts! Right
in the nuts! Also, I think like the thing that I do also appreciate how this differentiates itself from Halloween is most of the time, like you were saying, you know, like Michael Myers is pretty stealthy and sophisticated. Jason's clumsy as hell.
Yeah.
He only gets away with killing everyone because everyone's distracted.
Yep.
You thought you were safe. You were wrong.
Now, is there... why would you stand on it? What was the decision? Oh, to hide? Was that to
Could've just
hide?
sit on the bed, but no. There you
Hey, Evil Dead. That's Evil
go.
Dead's bit.
Look at him.
Oh! That's not even how... Dude, all he needed to do was just shove that pitchfork under the bed. Just go lead with the pitchfork.
I mean, I will say, it's a very efficient film. We're 76 minutes into the movie, and like we're basically at the end.
Yeah. I can't believe Goof 'em Up Kid is going to make it through the movie.
That's a good shot. I will give him that.
Oh, snap.
that would make me shit my pants if I saw that burlap sack coming at me from outside.
Oh.
Ooh,
Wait,
baby.
whoa, time out, dude. Did he take Skinny Dipping Girl all the way back to his place?
Also, what would possess you to do this?
Yeah. Is she going to try to pretend to be mom? Is she going to try and pretend to be mom?
Now you learning.
What a Hail Mary this is.
Maybe Psycho Killer will respond to, I'm your mother.
Don't ruin Mommy's, please.
Wow,
dog does that
what
too.
a swing on this.
What an unhealthy relationship he had with his mother.
Oh,
Girl, you took too long. You took too long. What are you doing?
Wait, my mom's still dead. Ow. Wait, where'd this guy... Whoa, hold on. Where'd he come from?
He lived.
I don't like the implication of Jason bringing back Skinny Dipping Girl to his place. Oh, here it comes.
All right, either he's getting Paul, you're getting him.
Oh, whoa.
Dang, straight through his shoulder.
Well, props to this guy for making it out. What was it, Paul?
Right?
Is that his name?
Oh, yeah. Not only did he make it out, he got up and went after her.
I hope you all got your tetanus shots.
Yeah, also, like, go straight to the car. What are you doing? Why are you going back in there?
Can you imagine all the kids coming back from the bar?
Man, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
The last place you should be is by the window.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm just going to put you right here by this window. It's okay.
Oh, ain't nothing over till it's over, baby.
Yeah.
We're using every second of this runtime.
Yeah, you still got like 4 more minutes.
Credits in 1981 were very short.
Yeah.
What is he planning on doing with that fucking thing?
Yeah, what is that, a shovel handle?
I would love it if it was just like a title card.
What? What? What?
So whose fucking dog was that
Whose
before?
dog was that?
Jason liked the little ponytail. He was like, yeah, all right, I'll let
Yeah.
you live. You're cute.
Yep.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Muffin. Now we know why he will have just like the one eye hole.
Yeah, he's got a whole toxic.
Couldn't see out of the other one anyway.
Yeah, toxic Avenger thing going on.
I'm taking her with me, Paul.
Oh my God. Are we going to do the whole dream thing again?
Where's Paul?
Who's Paul? No, I'm not. Don't
I'm
stop.
not in yet.
We're not in
We're
yet.
not in
man.
yet.
Freeze frame on nothing, I guess. There it is, gang. There it is. There is. You know, I'll give you this. Like you said, there's definitely it's definitely efficient.
Yeah.
Not messing around. Not messing around.
Also, I think it's just really weird that it makes the decision to be super ambiguous at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least the first movie, it resolves. She ends up on the lake. She has this nightmare of Jason jumping out on grabbing her onto the canoe, but then she wakes up and the cops take her, and you know that's the ending.
Yeah.
In this, it's just like, okay, so what the fuck happens? Like, if he got her, wouldn't he have killed her?
Yeah.
And like, or did Paul, are we supposed to believe that he grabbed her and then Paul went after her and Paul sacrificed himself and then Jason went away? Like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, because that also makes you think about
It's-
like maybe even the dog didn't come back.
Right.
So I'm looking over here. I'm looking about I'm looking at some of the development. Victor Miller, the writer of Friday 13th, declined to write the sequel as the idea of Jason being the villain was illogical to him. Ginny instead was conceptualized by writer Ron Kurtz. One of his goals was to kill off the protagonist from the first film. Kurtz had a misconception that King's agent was trying to push the production for more money. Anyway, while Jenny is not in Friday the 13th Part 3, this was not intentional. Miner intended the character to return the sequel as the protagonist and wanted the film to be more of a more of a psychological element to it. Spoilers for 3, with Ginny's trauma being the focal point. One concept he worked on with the writer Martin Kitrosser would have been the set in a mental institution and featured Jason stalking her. Well, we've never done that with a slasher, have we? Where the protagonist is now in a mental institution, but the killer's still after them. Not once have we done that.
Hey, but everyone at the bar, including normally in 1980s, the black guy would not survive. He lived.
Yeah, he lived.
We traded him for the wheelchair dude.
For the wheelchair dude, who, as far as we know, is still going down those stairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's still going into the gates of hell.
Yeah.
In the wheelchair
as we speak right now. Oh my goodness! Like its predecessor, Part 2 had a difficulty receiving an R rating. Upon reviewing the film, the classification rating warned Paul Hager, an executive producer at Paramount, that the accumulation of violence throughout the film may still lead to an X rating, even if the substantial cuts were made. A total of 48 seconds. Oh, I thought it was going to be 48 minutes. That's why I came in so hot. 48 seconds. All right. Had to be cut from the film in order to avoid an X rating. That's not a lot. The film received a deluxe DVD release in 2009, but edited footage was not included. Most noted by censors was the murder scene of Jeff and Sandra, who were impaled with, by a spear while having sex in bed. It was after they had sex. Excuse me.
Yeah, they finished.
In 2020, it was announced that the uncut footage had been located by Samuelson Studios and was included in the extras of the upcoming Scream Factory release.
That's the one I got.
Wait, so did we get to see something that wasn't in the original cut? That's interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
After Paramount discovered Marta Cobra was only 16, a scene showing her with full frontal nudity was deleted. Wait, which one was she? Okay. I was wondering because so she was Wild Hair Girl, and I was like, man, we're being really strategic about showing her nudity. And then I got worried because you and I observed that she looked younger. I'm like, wait, is she underage? And she is, and that makes me, in hindsight, feel a little icky about the whole enterprise.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, now that makes sense.
Yeah,
because I never looked that up before, but yeah, like in the scene where she takes her clothes off, I'm like, really? That's interesting that like it's the one person that you don't, and now we know.
Now we know,
why.
yeah. Originally, the film was supposed to end with Mrs. Voorhees' head opening her eyes and smiling towards the camera. However, Miner removed the scene out of the final film as he ultimately decided that it would make the film's conclusion too silly. To this day, the footage of this alternate ending has yet to be released.
But wait, I thought that does happen in one of the movies. Does that not?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me. I don't know. I do not know.
That's so interesting because I swear I've seen that before somewhere.
Which means that there's an actress in full makeup underneath that head at the end. That just their little eye opening bit was cut from the movie. All right,
so interesting. Yeah, because I could have sworn, but yeah, whatever.
Anyway, Adam, thoughts on? You've seen it a few times. I haven't seen it before. What are your thoughts on Friday the 13th Part 2?
I mean, it's a silly goose time. It's the one thing that like it has over Halloween 2 is that it's constantly moving and it feels like there's motion happening. Halloween 2 just kind of feels like it sits in one place for a long time and spins its wheels for a bit. That being said, it's a very predictable film in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't do anything it doesn't do anything too different from the first Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah.
The only difference is that we're at a new location.
Mm-hmm.
It's more or less the same thing. And I would even say that any of the kills are that interesting necessarily. Like they're not that creative. But I think the only thing that really makes me kind of enjoy this movie is the look of Jason Voorhees. Like I like him with the burlap sack over his head.
Yeah.
I think that's a really fun look. And it tries to do a little bit of lore building, but it's nothing really that exciting. Like for me, I feel like when we get to part 3 and he becomes Jason Voorhees, the iconic Friday the 13th serial killer.
Yeah.
That's when I think the movie really starts to have fun and play with more of just like, listen, he's just gonna get up and kill again.
Yeah.
And I think the movie finally understands that by the third film, and they just go all in on it. And then the third one's also in 3D, which is really, really fun.
Nice. That's fun. It's always fun to watch those movies in hindsight, not in 3D, or all the stuff that they do for the 3D. And you're like, all right, I see what you're doing. It's interesting. I think in some ways I do. I think I appreciate. I think after the first Friday the 13th. And Halloween 2, I appreciate this movie's dedication to like, let's just get to the good stuff. Let's just cut through, and other than spending like a good 10 minutes on the last act of the previous movie, we're gonna cut right in, get right to the killing the camp counselors, and I find it hilarious that it's like it's not like, how are these people gonna get back for Jason to murder them? They don't. They just stay at the bar. Yeah. They're fine. They had a good night that night.
I would have loved an epilogue that was like them just being hungover the next day.
Yeah.
Going back to camp and seeing the cops and being like, oh, we're going home.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
What happened?
Out. Bye.
Dude, that would be, in today's day and era, that would be a hilarious post-credit scene.
Them so good.
To come back and like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
What did we miss?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go, gang. That was our watch through of Friday the 13th, part 2. So we are going to put this show on hiatus for a minute. The numbers never quite reached. It took a little work, especially the reaction version of this show. It took a lot of work to put together. And the numbers never quite added up to warranting that amount of effort. So Adam and I are talking about ways that the show can continue. We're discussing a few different options because we both really like doing it. And I know a lot of the people in the audience, even though numbers weren't quite high, a lot of the response has been really positive, and that's really cool. And we want to keep giving you guys. We want to keep doing this show. We want to keep giving you guys this show. It's just finding a way that does it that kind of makes sense. So stay tuned. We will let you know what we figure out. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed watching Friday the 13th Part 2 with us. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can do that over at patreon.com/onlystupidanswers. Adam, if the people want to see other reactions you do, where can they find that?
You can just find me on Heroes Reforged. We're doing stuff every single day, every single week on YouTube and on Patreon. But yeah, just to echo what DJ said, we love doing this show. It's such a fun time. And this is really the only outlet that I get to talk about horror. So yeah, we're definitely going to try to figure out hopefully something that will work where we can continue doing this, because there are so many more slasher movies to get through, and I would hate it if we stopped in 1981.
Yeah,
there's so much left to do.
Right as we're just ramping up into like the heyday of the slasher movies. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're working on it. So stay tuned for all that. Check out Here's Reforged. As of right now, the campaign for Danger Boy has ended. My comic Danger Boy has ended. However, if you missed it, we have a pre-order store through BackerKit. If you go to dangerboycomic.com, click a link to our pre-order store. That'll take you right to it. So never fear if you missed out. I want to thank everybody that supported us, everybody that backed it. I'm really excited to get this comic book to you, and we're hip deep in production and getting that happening. So stay tuned for more on that. You can find me at DJ Talks Trash. You can find me or the show everywhere that matters at Only Stupid Answers, including Blue Sky. We're over there now. And we will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.